Hi, everyone. It's Reverend Erin Walter from the Texas UU Justice Ministry here on our first video of 2025 with
Michelle Venegas-Matula, your congregational justice organizer.
We had our first staff huddle of the year earlier today with Biss Thornton, intern minister, and Taylor Huntley, newly dubbed our North Texas organizer. So North Texas UUs, you're going to get to see Taylor Huntley in person more this year, coming to table at your congregation, speak with you, get to know you. So that's really exciting. And Taylor will also be working on our newsletter and some other things. So welcome to your new role, Taylor, and everybody, welcome to 2025. We have some things to tell you. First of all, we are making this video for you on January 6th, which is the anniversary of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. We know that a lot of hearts are heavy. We're also preparing for the inauguration and the Texas legislative session, which brings up a lot for a lot of us. So I wanted to start this message to you before we get into the nitty-gritty of dates and action hour and all the invitations we have for you to make a difference in 2025, with my favorite poem for this season, which comes from the Black liberation theologian and author Howard Thurman. It's called The Work of Christmas. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among others, to make music in the heart. May it be so. And in this time of January, where we have such a mixture of resolutions and hope and even still exhaustion from the holidays, we talked a little bit in our staff meeting about that. I hope that you can have some hope knowing that we're coming together. For me, it's action and community that give me hope when things feel hard. And so we want to make sure that we bring to you the opportunities for action and community with us. So let's see. We took some notes because there's a lot, and I want to make sure we get you what you need to know. Oh yeah, so we said consistency and pacing. Which brings us to one of our favorite consistent and paced opportunities with TXUUJM Action Hour. Michelle, do you want to talk a little about that?
Yeah, so we are kicking off for 2025 next Thursday, January 16th. And I'll be helping to lead that with some grounding for the inauguration that's coming up, as well as talk all things legislative for the session starting here in Texas. We will be doing a mix of volunteer and staff-led for this year. So we're really excited to have folks join us again. Again, it's a spiritual practice to take that 1 hour a week to work towards justice. So I'm excited to be part of that again.
Absolutely. And thank you to Dale Story and Megan Brown from our Volunteer Action Hour team who are returning this year. So as Michelle said, you'll see, I think, more of us, the two of us as staff, and Biss and Taylor too, in the Action Hours. So if you were wishing you could see us more, I think that's a great place. And we wish we could see you more. So join us for Action Hour every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central on Zoom. You can always find the link and the registration at TXUUJM's Every Action page and our website, which is https, use that S, colon, the backslashes, TXUUJM.org. Okay, so Action Hour starts with Michelle and team next Thursday, January 16th. And then we have a few other things we want you to know about. January 14th, that's Tuesday. If you're in Central Texas, 10 a.m. South Steps of the Capitol is the annual Interfaith Vigil led by our partner, Texas Impact. As I've said many times, Texas Impact is the interfaith advocacy organization for the state. Then TXUUJM is a member of that as your UU Justice Network for the state. And therefore, all of our congregations are members of all of that. So you're invited. I'll be there. I think Michelle will probably be there. we're getting our calendars. It's day one back at work. But we're very, very much looking forward to being with our interfaith partners on the south steps of the Capitol, Tuesday the 14th. That's the first day for the legislature. So we gather to let them be reminded of the progressive faith community that is there, keeping an eye and also advocating for our values. I will also see the Houston folks Saturday, January 25th at the UU Network of Houston Luncheon. I'll be speaking at that. Houston folks, I really hope to see you Saturday, January 25th. You want to talk about Legislative Action Day in March?
Sure. So save the date. Again, March 17th is when we will have our Texas UU Justice Ministry Legislative Action Day. So we can all gather together at the Capitol and advocate together, meeting with our House representatives and senators, and really speaking to our UU values and what we hope to get accomplished and ledge this year. But do not fret if you haven't done this before, because we will have lots of trainings coming up. Just keep an eye out on emails for registration and opportunities to learn more. And just really looking forward to having everybody gather. Also, please let your youth know, because we will have youth caucus again. So excited to have our youth back with us.
Yes. And we've had such a great group of folks gather first for that 10th anniversary 2+ years ago, then the Ledge Day 2 years ago, then last year's annual gathering in Dallas. And so what we're hoping is that from those three groups who had such an amazing time in community, will then invite more people from your congregation, invite more of your youth, your families, your religious education staff, everybody from your congregation. And then we'll have a really, really big presence at the Capitol on March 17th, as well as March 16th and 18th. There will be some bonus opportunities for those who can stay longer. So now is the time to be looking into your carpooling. Do you need support with housing in Austin? Reach out to us, Erin at TXUUJM.org or Michelle at TXUUJM.org. Does your congregation or your geographic area want to get a bus or more? Look in the newsletter for a link to the UU funding program's grants. We will be sharing those with you. You can write a grant, action of public witness, to get funds to spend on buses to come to Austin if that's what you need to get people here, or housing or childcare while you're here. So we really want to have a big presence. That rotunda has been reserved. As Howard Thurman said, music of the heart. We are going to be singing music of the heart in the Capitol Rotunda again, and we can't wait. We also know that even as we're trying to balance holidays, rest, kids going back to school. My son turned 13 today. There's a lot going on. You in the congregations are also doing a lot of powerful work in your local area. So we just wanted to lift up at least one example of that Michelle was telling me about.
Yeah, so we have had several of our congregations be involved in the Vidas Robadas project, which is an installation done at the congregation's campuses, as well as other community partners, to lift up the names of victims of gun violence. And it's a way to bring awareness to ending gun violence and to continue advocating for safer gun laws here in Texas. On January 26th, Wildflower and Faith Presbyterian are partnering to do their installation. So we do have another one coming up. But also want to thank congregations, I know in the fall, Horizon and St. Gabriel UU in Georgetown also did theirs. So thank you so much for participating in that and getting involved in that cause as well.
Absolutely. And Reverend Michelle Agrave just walked by. We are at First UU Church of Austin, one of our member congregations, and we just appreciate every chance we get to come and see you in your different congregational settings. So wave at us if you're ready to schedule your guest preaching for the year, a share the plate speaker, if you'd like us to zoom in for your social action meeting, if you'd like to talk about getting support to schedule trans inclusion and congregations curriculum this year. Let us know where there's interest and excitement in your congregation and how we can support you in your justice work. And also just send us, there's things you're doing that we don't know anything about. We would love for you to tell us. We can lift it up on our social media. We can share the good news. It really helps to just share the good news. Your sibling congregations and UUs want to know what you're up to so they can be proud and celebrate you too. All right, the last thing I have is just a thank you. But before I get to that, did we cover, I think, everything? Anything else you wanted? We're good? Okay.
We're good.
All right. Like I said, first day back. Here's what I want to say. Thank you so much to all of you. If you're still watching, thank you for just being in it with us, for helping us kick off 2025. As we know from 2023, the legislative years can be a lot. In 2023, we had a full, intense legislative session and then 4 special sessions. We don't know what 2025 is going to bring, but we know that we're going to bring that consistency and pacing, taking care of each other along the way as we show up. And that thank you that I had was also for all of you who contributed financially at the end of the year last year to help us plan and budget for what we can do this year. Michelle will have some more hours with us. I'm really excited to have her work increase, getting to keep Taylor on our team and continue to have an intern minister. That is because of you and your generosity. So thank you for that. If you're a monthly sustaining donor, that is one of the most powerful things you can do, and we appreciate those of you who do that every month. Help us plan. If you're looking for something to combat the despair, the frustration, the anger, as we are in this moment together, I would invite you to consider becoming a sustaining donor of the Texas UU Justice Ministry as your New Year's resolution or gift to the world, because those sustaining donors make the work possible for us. And yeah, so that's my invitation to you. If you're looking for one more New Year's resolution, or as we like to say, New Year's revolution. That's what my daughter used to call it. What's your New Year's revolution? All right, we've kept you long enough, but we really look forward to seeing you. Action Hour, January 16th at the Capitol, the morning of the 14th, if you can. Absolutely, for Legislative Action Day on March 17th, and a lot more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yeah. We're going to have some really powerful action, and we're going to take care of each other no matter what is to come in 2025. We love you so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.